The NFL season is 9 days away, and it's time for my annual NFL predictions. Now, last year, I got a couple right. I didn't get the Vikings right. I didn't think the Vikings would go 14-3. I don't think anyone did, obviously. But I underrated them. But 1 year in, and now I know ball, okay? I know ball. I know football, okay? Now, last year I didn't. This year I do. So today we're going to do my predictions that are going to come right. All of these predictions will be 100% accurate. Keep this video saved. And if you get mad at me, well, comment down below and we could argue. Just saying. Anyway, if you guys do enjoy this video, hit that like button, subscribe. We have 9 days to hit 45 subscribers. If this video pops off, we can easily do that. I think I'm going to upload a couple more videos here and there before the season starts, like week 1 predictions, and I will be doing a Vikings prediction, like an official week-to-week Vikings prediction. And just comment down below if you want me to do something, and we'll get to it. Starting off with the AFC East, I got the Jets at the bottom with a record of 6-11. Now, my prediction the year before was 10-7, second place in the division. That was not very smart. I think everyone was on the Jet hype train. I don't know why I was. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, no, I think the Jets, I think they're on the right track with Aaron Glenn. I think he'll be a good coach. I think he's just using Fields as a stopgap, maybe to see how Fields is, to see if he can become the franchise guy, because I hope he does. I love Justin Fields. I'm a big Justin Fields guy. I wanted him to come to the Vikings when he was a free agent, but my uncle was the same. But I don't know. I don't see them having all the pieces yet. I think they could maybe next year. Maybe if Justin Fields shows promise, they could win 7 or 8 games. Maybe even 9. I'm good. I'm not gonna go back to the hype that I had last year. I fell for that, and I'm not gonna do that until they prove it. Simple as that. Now, third place, we got the Miami Dolphins. A lot of people are having them with like 6 wins, 6, 7. No, but a lot of people have them about that many wins, and I just don't see it. I think they have a good enough roster to win 8 games, maybe 9. I mean, they won 11 2 years ago when Tua was actually fully healthy. I know a lot of people love to hate on him and stuff, and, you know, the concussion stuff obviously is bad. Don't get me wrong, but if he doesn't get a concussion this year and he's healthy and Tyreek Hill plays like he did 2 years ago when he had 1,700 yards and the year before that when he had 1,700 yards, they can be a good team. They got Devon A-Chain. Now, they don't have a tight end. I'll admit that. And they don't have an O-line. And Tua needs that. But you got to look at the defense. I mean, obviously, Minkah Fitzpatrick back. Yeah, that's a big morale boost for the team because he's a good leader. Yeah, they don't have a corner. Their starting corner is Storm Duck. Or is that a safety? I don't know what that is. They have someone named Storm Duck on their team. Crazy name. But I don't think he's a good player, obviously. I don't think Mike McDaniel's a good coach. Now, I think he's a good offensive mind, but I think you have to have a really good defensive coordinator for that team to be good. And, you know, they got Bradley Chubb, they got Jalen Phillips. Hopefully they're both healthy. They've been hurt like 2 years in a row together. Hopefully they're both healthy. They just added Matt Judon to the team. They got Chop Robinson. I think they got Kenneth Grant. I think their defensive line is going to be really good. And their safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick, is going to be really good. And then their offense should be really good. Yeah, they're going to have the worst pass coverage. But outside of that, they're going to have a really good team. I just don't see them winning 10 games. Like I do with number 2, I got the New England Patriots. And I know, say what you want about the Patriots. They won 3 games, or I think it was 4 games, with a terrible coach, Gerard Mayo, and they improved that with Mike Vrabel. Then they had no receivers. They improved that with Kyle Williams, Travion Henderson, and Stephon Diggs. They had no O-line. They improved that with Morgan Moses and Will Johnson. They had a bad defense. They improved that with Robert Spillane and Carlton Davis. Now I think they have a complete roster. And Drake May is going to be playing the entire season. And obviously he didn't start week 1 because they had Jacoby Brissett start to mentor Drake May, obviously. And I think he's going to have a good year. I think he's going to be like a fringe top 10 quarterback. I mean, I wanted him on the Vikings for a reason. He's a good player. He's basically just a young Josh Allen, which you can never go wrong with that because he's young and he's basically Josh Allen. Just, I wouldn't say he's as big, but... And then obviously for the 3rd, 4th, 5th season in a row, I don't remember anymore, the Bills at 13-4. A lot of people weren't high on them last year. A lot of people thought they were going to have a down year or a dip year because they had no receivers. Obviously, if you're Josh Allen, you don't need a receiver because you're Josh freaking Allen. But, I mean, they did get better on defense. You know, they drafted a lot of players like Maxwell Hairston. They added Joey Bosa. If he's healthy, that's a really good pickup for them. They did get rid of Von Miller, but he's not that great. They drafted some other players that I can't think of at the top of my head, but you know, I think they're going to be a good team. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl. A lot of people do. I don't think they're ready yet. I think they need like another real receiver to step up. And if that happens, if Keon Coleman or Khalil Shakir elevate, they could win the Super Bowl. But I just don't see them having the weapons to perform and win a Super Bowl. Now, I hope they can, because I think Bills fans deserve it just as much as us Vikings fans do. But we have to see it first before I can believe it, at least. Like, if they go against the Chiefs, I'm going to pick the Chiefs to beat them again in the playoffs, because I haven't seen them beat the Chiefs yet in the playoffs, and I need to see it before I can believe it. Next, with the NFC North, I got the Cleveland Browns at the bottom going 4-13. Now, I don't know why I had them going 9-8 last year. They had Deshaun Watson at quarterback. And obviously, he only started like few games before getting hurt again, like he always does. I don't know why he keeps getting hurt, but I don't know. The Browns don't have anything. Like, I mean, I guess something with their rookies. Like, I like Isaiah Bond. I think he could develop into a wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2, like, good player. Obviously, Jerry Jeudy had an amazing year, which no one expected, but he did. David Njoku, he got hurt, I believe. But he's always solid. But they did draft a lot of good players, like Mason Graham, Carson Schwarzenegger, Quinshad Judkins, if he does actually sign his contract, which apparently he hasn't yet. I hope he does, because I'm an Ohio State fan. And they got 4 quarterbacks now, because they just traded away Kenny Pickett, which, I mean, good. He's not going to do anything for that team anyway, and they don't need 5 quarterbacks. Plus, they got Joe Flacco starting, which is not going to help the team at all. Next, we got the Steelers going 9-8. I just can't. Same thing with the Bills. I just cannot see them going under 500. It's hard to do that. If they can do it with Kenny Pickett, they can do it with Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry. It's truth. It's the truth. But I do like DK Metcalf. I think he's a more polished and more mature wide receiver. I like the running back room. I think Caleb Johnson's going to be a really good running back, and I think he's going to be better than Najee Harris. I like Derek Harmon. I hope he's able to get fully healthy. I actually kind of want him on the Vikings if it wasn't Malachi Starks, to be honest. I like Will Howard. I don't think he's going to have any impact at all this year, but I do think he could develop into the franchise guy, hopefully, for the sake of Steelers fans, because they need that. They need a franchise quarterback, which they have not had since Big Ben's retirement. Now, obviously, their defense is stacked to the brim. You know, they got Cam Hayward, they got Patrick Queen, they got Joey Porter, they got TJ Watt. Like, they're stacked on defense. They added Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey. They got Pat Freiermuth on offense. They got Jonnu Smith on offense. I like Calvin Austin. I think he's very underrated. I don't think he's like a really good wide receiver too, but I think they got something in him. Maybe Roman Wilson can become a guy that is reliable. I think overall they have a chance to win 10 or 11 games. I don't see it yet. I see that there's a chance, but I don't see it yet. Next, we got the Bengals at 10-7. Trey Hendrickson got paid. Kind of. They gave him a bonus, so now he gets paid $30 million this year instead of 20 something. I forget what it was. I think it was like 18 million maybe. But yeah, they gave him a bonus for this year only. So he's able to stay now, but I don't know about next year. So if he does have another 17-sack season like he did the past 3 years, I mean, he did it last year and they only won 9 games, but still, maybe since he's confident now, like he's getting paid extra money, I guess, maybe the Bengals can do something, but they're the same team, so I wouldn't be surprised if they go 9-8 again. They're still the same team. Now, if they start strong from week 1, then that's when I'm more confident on them winning 10 or maybe even 11 games. And then obviously I got the Ravens at 13-4. I think they're the best team in the league. Personally, spoiler alert for my week 0 power ranking video. But yeah, I just think the Ravens are the best team in the league. They have the best secondary in the league. They have the best quarterback in the league. They have the best top 3 running back. They have a top 3 running back in the league. They have a good O-line. They're just stacked all over the team. They're just stacked all over. Next, with the AFC South, I got the Titans at 3-14 with the bottom. Now, I could see them winning 5 games, maybe, if Cam Ward has a Jayden Daniels-esque type season. I don't see it. I think Jayden Daniels is way better than Cam Ward, obviously. But then again, I didn't believe in Jayden Daniels at first, too. So if the Titans do end up winning 10 games, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just going to assume every quarterback that gets drafted is going to be amazing right away. But that's only if that happens. But next, I got the Colts at 6-11. They're starting Daniel Jones at quarterback. Like, what do you expect me to say? You expect me to say that they'll win 8 games? Now, yes, they did technically win 8 games 2 years in a row with the same quarterback problem, Gardner Minshew and Joe Flacco and Anthony Richardson. And now they got Daniel Jones, who's not better than those guys, but he's also not worse than those guys. I think if Daniel Jones is competent enough, then maybe I can see them winning 10 games because they have the roster. They definitely have the roster. They just don't have the quarterback. I need to see it though before I say anything. Next, we got the Jaguars at 8-9. I wouldn't be surprised if they go even and win 9-8. Not even. Over 500. That's just the range I see them. Maybe winning 10, but I just don't see them winning the division yet. I see they need a lot more defense. But outside of that, I mean, they got obviously Josh Hines-Allen, Trayvon Walker, and then on offense, they got Trevor Lawrence, which, who knows? I like Liam Cohen as their offensive coordinator. They got Brian Thomas Jr., Travis Hunter, De'Ami Brown maybe. They got the running back, Tank Bigsby, and Travis Etienne, kind of. I don't know. And then to top the division, they got the Texans at 11-6. Obviously, the Texans are going to win the division. Now, a lot of people are saying the Jaguars will, which maybe. I mean, they don't have Tank Dell this entire season, I believe. But they still got Nico Collins. They still got the rookie Jaden Higgins, Christian Kirk. Really bad O-line, and Joe Mixon won't be playing until at least week 5, I guess. But on defense, they're one of the best defenses in the league with Daniil Hunter, Will Anderson Jr. Obviously, those two are amazing together, which you saw last year. Now, people didn't think that was going to happen until it happened. They both had over 10 sacks. Last year, I picked the Texans to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, so that didn't work out, and they almost beat the Chiefs, who went to the Super Bowl, so, I mean, that counts for something, right? No, it doesn't. And then finally, for the AFC, we got the West. Bottoming the division, I got the Raiders at 8-9. I was pretty high on them last year. A lot of people were. Well, only a couple people were, but people I respect were also high on the Raiders, like I was. I only have them winning 7 games, though, in my final prediction, but I remember before that, I kept saying we'll win like 10 games, 9 games. And I could see them winning 10 games this year. They definitely have a way better roster than last year. You know, Geno Smith is definitely a better quarterback than Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew and Desmond Ridder. But now they got Kenny Pickett. Yes, he can. You know, they did lose Christian Wilkins, which, I mean, I guess that sucks for your defense. But your defense sucked anyway. You got Max Crosby. You got some drama going on with Jacoby Myers, who apparently requested a trade, which is, I think he's not going to get traded. I think he just wants a new contract, and that's the best way to do it, obviously, if you look at Terry McLaurin. But yeah, the fact that there's an 8-9 team at the bottom of the division, which that's pretty crazy if you want to see the rest of the division. But they just added Amari Cooper. I don't know what that's going to do, but I don't know what that's going to do to their team. I mean, he didn't show that much. You know, he showed that he's pretty much washed, which is sad because I like Amari Cooper. Then they got Dante Thornton and Jack Betch. Brock Bowers was elite to start his season, and he had 3 separate quarterbacks thrown to him with an okay coordinator as a head coach. That was pretty surprising, but the biggest part about this team, the massive part about this team, Ashton Genty. No, that's not the biggest part, obviously. Pete Carroll coming to the team is the biggest part. But yeah, Pete Carroll, Ashton Genty, Geno Smith, Brock Bowers. I mean, that team on offense should be amazing. But I only got them at 8-9. Chip Kelly. Next, we got the Chargers at 9. I could see him winning 10, maybe 11 games. I just don't see 3 teams winning 10 games again in this division, which I have. The Chargers they're a good roster. They're not a great roster, if you guys get my drift. Then we got the Chiefs at 12-5, and we got the Broncos winning the division at 12-5. I think the Broncos are easily going to have the best defense in the league. They're not far behind from the Ravens at the best secondary in the league. Plus, they also have a really good pass rush. Nick Bonito and John Franklin Myers. I think they have a really underrated team. And I think they could win 12 games, like my prediction says. Chiefs, on the other hand, they're obviously going to be a great team. They just got better. They went healthy. They got healthy, and they got better. They got Isaiah Pacheco, Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy had a great season. Travis Kelce could be their 3rd or 4th best receiver, which is not a bad thing. They got Jalen Royals, who looks good in camp. He's actually playing with the first-team rep. Hollywood Brown. They got a good defense, best defensive coordinator in the league, Steve Spagnuolo. I just see the Broncos being slightly better. I think Patrick Mahomes could have an MVP season with the team that he has. But I won't spoil anything for that one.